and welcome to this episode of My Legend. Today we have with us Dr. Charu Malhotra. Dr. Charu is Associate Professor at the Indian Institute of Public Administration in New Delhi. She has 3 decades of professional experience in the field of software engineering, ICT, MIS, GIS, and e-governance. Besides being an acclaimed global thought leader and an authority in her subject, Charu has also been invited as an expert on emerging topics including technology implementation during the e-com era, open governance and participatory governance by eminent bodies such as the WTO, UNCTAD, and the Geneva School of Public Policy and Governance. She has more than 30 publications in recognized international and national journals. Today, besides all of this, we are going to see by Charu's own admission another side of her persona, that of the cine buff. So let's welcome Dr. Charu Malhotra.
Hello and welcome, Charu. Thank you for joining me on My Legend.
Thank you, Shantari. It's my pleasure, and thanks for identifying such a beautiful topic and me for speaking on it. Thank you.
Yes, and with good reason. So let me get straight down to the first question, Charu. So which was the first film you recall having watched, or the first song that you recall? What are those moments from your childhood?
Shantari, first and foremost, if you could recall, my generation did not have direct access to cinema like that. For us, probably the first exposure to a good movie or to a movie per se was a shared television in the neighborhood, where we would watch those black and white movies on Sundays, or probably in situation where I was brought up as like daughter of a very senior officer in PSU, we were exposed to joint movies in the clubs, right?
Uh-huh.
So cinema per se, going to a theater was a big event which happened just once a year types.
Uh-huh.
That also if you've scored marks above 70% or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And but yeah, the first movie which I recall, which created some change in my psyche, was that Kabuliwala, if you recall, that movie based out of Rabindranath Tagore's novel by the same name.
Yes.
And the character Minnie was something I could totally empathize with, because at that time I was probably the age Minnie is shown initially in that movie. The bonds we have at that age from that era were actually like that. Some nice uncle, some nice auntie, and one Mali Baba you can connect to. So, and separation from those people meant almost an end of your social life. And then the contrast I saw in that movie, that how people could forget when they grow up, was something I couldn't relate to, and I cried my eyes out when she refused to recognize him. And the song is not from that movie, because I can't recall any song from that movie. But the song which I really connected to, and I still connect to, is that song of Do Aankhein Baaran Haath, which I'm sure you would recall. It's "Ae Malik Tere Bande Hum."
अब तुम भगवान से वो प्रार्थना करो जो बाबूजी किया करते थे।
ऐ मालिक तेरे बंदे हम।
So it is not a song, it was more like a bhajan of our existence, which still stays with me when I'm a little low or when things are going tough. I'm mentally humming that song.
There are scenes in movies, or there are roles and characters that people would have essayed that would have had such a strong impression on us. So, is there any remarkable character in Hindi cinema, or any such scene, of any film that really left this big impression on you at a very impressionable age or as a young adult? What could have been that moment, Charu?
Well, very surprisingly, when I would go back to memory lane and think of scenes, one scene that's flashing in my mind is that Amitabh Bachchan in that movie, there probably his first movie. Which one was that, Shantari?
Tanu.
Sorry?
Saath Hindustani?
South Hindustani, precisely that rustic soldier look.
सबकी निगाहें रही, हाथ में हाथ बाहों में बाहें रही, ये मेरा है वो तेरा.
I still can't shake it out of my mind. So maybe it was his screen personality, his haunting eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing, Shanteri. Very honestly, I can't recollect anything beyond that, except that tall, lanky soldier looking at you through the screen with those haunting eyes,
Very interestingly, as you mentioned it, when Saath Hindustani was released and it didn't do too well, the one thing that people actually noticed was Amitabh's haunting eyes, So
Really?
I'll bring it up, yes. But pretty much all the critics said, here is this tall, lean, dusky-looking man who does not fit into a conventional hero mold, but he has got smoldering eyes. Intense eyes, as they called it,
And remember those days, it was a black and white movie. I don't know, I saw it as a black and white version. I don't remember any colors in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
But that scene I remember, and his looks, I can't get it out. And that very surprisingly, another scene which just flashed in my mind is total contradiction to the scene I remember of Amitabh Bachchan is this Sanjeev Kumar and this woman Hema Malini on skates, and they're singing that song, kaun sa tha? Hawa ke saath saath.
Sita and Geeta.
Sita aur Geeta.
हवा के साथ साथ
अरे रे रे
घटा के संग संग
संभलना
ओ साथी चल.
That's another song which I can't get out of my system, because I thought, wow, if you have a partner and you can skate to joy like that on roads, well, that is some freedom.
Absolutely.
I am Sita and Geeta, a moving Sita Geeta example, And so I think in Sita and Geeta, I vividly recall the journey of transformation in a woman if she decides to, rely on herself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that left an impact which defined my metamorphosis, not from a woman who went through any torture of that filmy kind, but a woman who was quiet and reticent and could not voice herself when she came to a big city called as Delhi. Sita and Geeta exist in each of us. Chanteri, I'm sure it's there in you as well.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah, a part of it stems from our middle class values, where our existence was totally, weaved around being a good, quiet woman. And there you speak up. I think there's another woman of ours, our existence, which goes out, who ties her belt well and who puts her shoes well, and she's tuck.
So, Bollywood is replete with movies. I mean, even when the term Bollywood came in, decades and decades of cinema. Do you recall any film that had this powerful dialogue, a favorite dialogue of yours, which left an impact, which made you say, okay, yeah, this is true actually, coming to think of it, what is being said here? Any such dialogue, powerful dialogue that you can recall, Charu?
Yes, if you ask me about a powerful dialogue, which is the biblical truth of my existence. Remember that movie Om Shanti Om, where Shah Rukh Khan says, इतनी शिद्दत से मैं तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है कि हर जर्रा ने मुझे तुमसे मिलाने की साजिश की है. आई थिंक यही था ना कि कहते हैं कि अगर किसी चीज को तुम दिल से चाहो तो पूरी कायनात तुम्हें मिलाने की कोशिश में लग जाती है.
Which is actually true. It's a law of manifestation, right?
Yeah, it is secret of your life. It is affirmation. It is positive thinking. When I had when I had low bank balance at one point of life, I would write it on my checkbook. When I would crave for a promotion, I would write it on my office whiteboard. When I would want my kids to get admission in a particular school, I would write it on their room ka notice board. So it's as dear to me as that. It's like it is my prayer, it's my strength, and the way he's delivered it. This is one act where he perfected it so well that it was it's rendered in my existence, and it means a lot to me.
Today, if I were to place a concept to you, is there an actor you want to meet? And if yes, who would that be and why? And what would you tell the person?
The jokes apart, you would have realized that our liking, our preferences, our definitions all change as we grow up, right?
Correct.
Now, if somebody we had aspired to meet at the age of 15 or 16, if he or she happens now, for example, this Ayushmann Khurrana in Vicky Donor. Oh God. He had personified our dreams on that screen because he was one of us.
Correct.
He was like a guy from a non-filmy background with average looks. I mean, average looks in quotes. I mean, obviously some people find him very dashingly handsome. I would not. I find him talented in a very non-conventional manner by picking up, movies which would not have otherwise been picked up by anybody aspiring to be. So definitely Ayushmann Khurrana, and the way he stands by his family. Hopefully, I mean, it's all true. It's not a fluff that he stood by his wife through her tough times. He's very positive towards his own brother who's making it now in the film industry.
Correct.
So if I have to meet him, I would just say, hello, do you remember you were my neighbor once upon a time? And that's it.
Huh?
I'm proud of
Tell us more about this. Ayushmann Khurrana being your neighbor. Where, when, why?
No. Look, well, by that logic, even this Meera's husband, what is his name? Shahid Khan is.
Yeah.
Shahid Khan. Yeah. As you know, I stay in Delhi. So I stay in a place called as Indian Institute of Public Administration, where we have our own office campus. And Ayushmann Khurrana is nephew of one of our colleagues, Miss Sunita Gulati.
Interesting. Okay.
मासी हैं, वो उनकी मासी हैं, मतलब आयुष्मान खुराना की. And he and my daughter are same age, and I'm sure Sunita Gulati के घर जब ये बच्चे आते थे, तो my daughter would also go and play with these kids in the park, office park, lawns. So, and there, I'm sure one of these days he would have said, hello, auntie, namaste, auntie, and I would have said, God bless you. So, I mean, he's been my neighbor's nephew.
Correct.
And presumably he's been here to spend his summer holidays. So that's how. And at that time, we would have never guessed like these two kids who are in their, shorts are one day going to be our role models, or probably going to entertain us to that extent or inspire us to that extent.
Now that you bring up Ayushmann Khurrana and you spoke of Vicky Donor as well, is there any particular actor or actress that has resonated with you personally?
My very, very honest answer to that is there's not one person, as I've been saying throughout. I would have a bit of Zinat Aman in me. I would have a bit of Sadhna's silent seductiveness in me. I would have a little bit of Shilpa Shetty's business acumen in me. I would have a little of Rekha's glamour quotient in me. And for sure, I have Hema Malini's mass appeal in me. A little of Reena Roy's Shisha Ho Ya Dil Ho, Kuch Toot Jata Hai. So, I think I have all of them together.
Have you ever thought? I know it's a question that possibly in our times was a little, and even while you were growing up, middle class family, picture के बारे में सोचना तो दूर देखना, it was all like was one of those stars in the sky, sort of a thing for us. But did you, in your heart of hearts, given the fact that you really, despite everything, gone and watched movies and really liked certain things that you saw, did you ever secretly nurse the idea of being an actor on any medium, if not in films, in theatre or somewhere? Did you ever think you wanted to act or express yourself?
Why are you doing this to me?
If I have touched a raw nerve, my apologies.
I was born to be an actor, and it's by some divine providence I landed up being just the opposite, a professor.
I wonder, given your voice, do you sing, Charu? Do you really sing, or do you?
No. I don't. I just hum. No, I don't sing. I mean, you find my voice worth listening.
So, Charu, where do you catch the ball? Do you do it at home or in the multiplex? Where do you catch the movies?
I catch my movies on my flight to anywhere in India or outside India. I love those journeys because I can watch all my movies.
Ah, so the busy, jet-setting professional catches her movies on flights. Great. So,
Yes.
do you watch film-based shows or read film-related books or articles now? Or did you at any point of time watch film-based shows? Which was your favorite show, if at all?
My favorite show till now, I don't watch many shows, but my favorite show till now is like Rendezvous with Simi Grewal. And I admire this royal woman. Oh God, she is so honest. She can get the best out of you. She is so graceful. She looks like a moving diva. I mean,
Absolutely. Which was very rightly known as the Lady in White, So, which is the next movie you will be watching? Or is it a latest movie, or will you be revisiting any of your old favorites? Which one?
I would love to revisit those genre of movies like Kamla, Mandi, Bazaar. Those were my favorites, and I would still love to see them again if I get time.
So, Charu, you've shared so many insights with us. You've told us so much about your cinema journey, and you've told us absolutely some very fascinating and interesting things about your memories with cinema. What would be a nice closing message for our listeners? What would be those few words that you would like to tell our listeners?
I would definitely share one mistake I made in my life, which I'm sure now your generation or subsequent generations won't make. That life is not that 3-hour situation. All of us know that. The damage it did to our psyches of happily married and, Pati Parmeshwar syndrome and happy Sasural syndrome came to us through movies and, of course, our parents and everybody. So life is much beyond that. But one very good thing about movie stars is the hard work they put in to be there. So let's not forget if it doesn't come to them easily, and that is something we should respect. Because the kind of complexities these people go through is something which is really admirable.
Thank you so much for your time and for joining me on the show. So thank you for being part of My Legend. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Shanteri, for choosing me to be one of your guests and for helping me to go back to memory lane and remember that old forgotten part of my personality. I'm really humbled and I'm really thankful to you too.
That was Dr. Charu Malhotra joining us on this episode of My Legend. If you like this episode, do give in your feedback, comments, and subscribe to My Legend.